To Arizona now, and the search for the 84-year-old mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. Today, authorities confirm they are actively investigating an apparent ransom note that contains a 5 p.m. deadline. Now, the new details come after Savannah and her siblings posted a video to social media speaking directly to their mother's possible abductors.
We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated.
I want to bring in Michael Alcazar, the adjunct professor at John Jay College of Criminal Justice and a former NYPD hostage negotiator. Michael, thank you for being with us. This is really the first time we heard directly from the Guthries. What was the strategy in releasing that message sent directly to the kidnappers? What do you make of that video?
So I'm sure they already employed the help of negotiators. I'm sure they helped create that statement. If you listen to the statement, it's very carefully worded. It sounds like they made it sound like the family is willing to cooperate. They stress that this woman, the victim, is very important to them and that she has medical needs. So it sounds to me like that was help with a negotiator. So if there is a ransom note that they're vetting, they want to make sure that they know that they're willing to cooperate and they're open to communication.
Now, the sheriff said today that the ransom note included a 5 p.m. deadline for today. In a case like this, would you recommend that the Guthries comply with the demands or reply with something by the deadline? Does that help?
Yeah, anything you can do to kind of like appease the potential abductors is good, because the main thing is that we want to keep the victim alive, that we make sure that she's safe. So anything that we can stretch the time, perhaps give them hope that we're willing to cooperate is key. If there is, in fact, a ransom note that's been vetted, that we have abductors that we can speak with.
Would that transaction, though, would that help authorities go to the suspects? Would that help with tracking them down?
Well, it depends how they communicate, right? Right now, I didn't even hear how the ransom note got delivered. Was it electronic? Was it by mail? So there's a lot of evidence that they could process electronically, forensically, if it was a hard copy, if the phone call if there was a phone call. See, they're not really releasing a lot of information, right? So we don't know how they got this ransom. So there's a lot of moving parts that they have to investigate. So anything that can buy investigators time would be helpful and hopefully saving this poor woman.
Now, we know that the ransom note in question, the one that they believe could be legitimate, went to the local CBS station. It was sent via email. Would that make it easier to track down the suspect, given that that's how they deliver the message?
Yeah, they're gonna look at that electronically. They have, I'm sure the FBI has like some kind of a computer crime squad that can vet the metadata, where that information is coming from, how it was delivered. Perhaps they can track the source. So I'm sure that's what they're doing right now. So that would be very helpful.
And once you do make contact with the kidnapper or kidnappers, how does that conversation go? What are the first questions you ask? I'm assuming you have to establish some level of trust, right?
Absolutely. We want to make sure that the victim is safe. We want some kind of proof of life. We want to know what they want and how they want us to help facilitate if there's going to be an exchange. So we want to make them feel comfortable. We want to make sure that they know that the safety of this victim is our priority. And we're willing to have a conversation and keep them talking.
This story has dominated the headlines, mostly because this is Savannah Guthrie's mother. She's a very popular morning show host. I'm curious if the fact that she's such a high-profile celebrity, if that would play into the negotiations.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if the abductors, if this was perhaps actually a targeted kidnapping, I mean, there's a couple of different thoughts that this might have been accidental. This could have been a burglary gone bad. But if it is perhaps like a targeted abduction, they know exactly who they kidnapped. They know exactly what they're dealing with, and I'm sure there's some kind of monetary amount that they're desiring. So yes, absolutely, they're going to have to be careful with it. A lot of negotiators are going to have to work hard on this, and at the same time, in the background, they're processing the crime scene and hopefully processing all the evidence to help identify who the abductors are.
Michael Alcazar, thank you so much, sir, for your time.
You're very welcome.